excited today. She is. So we're in Red Bank in New Jersey today. We're with Trapdoor, and today we're trying the Bogeyman. Ooh. I'm actually really scared because they have like a few versions of this, but I'm trying the Scaredy Cat version, which is the mild scary factor, but there's actually one that's like really, really scary, and I believe that one does have live actors in it. So we'll report back on how we do.
Hey Escapetheroomers, Brandon here. I am at Trapdoor Escape. I'm sitting with Anthony and Frank, the owners of the company, and they have two locations. Three locations. Yeah. Oh, excuse me, three locations. But we are in the first location that you ever opened up, which is in Red Bank, New Jersey. Yep. The other one, which we also been to, we played F5, and we also played the Witch Hunt there, which is in Morristown. And the third location is
the Poconos.
The Poconos. That's right.
Martinsville, Pennsylvania. Yeah.
Okay.
Our biggest at the moment.
Yeah. Right, and I think you're offering a huge room there, which is like 10 plus rooms or something like that, called the Cure Z.
Cure Z, Zombie Apocalypse Escape. Yeah, 2 hours.
2 hours.
Over 10 rooms you're exploring. So far, everyone who's played it is literally calling it like an escape room theme park.
Wow. Okay. So Cure Z in Poconos. When did that open?
We actually opened that literally the week of Christmas.
Oh, okay, so recently. That's your newest room then?
That's our newest one. 2 hours, over 10 rooms. You're exploring through a zombie apocalypse. And so far, it's all 5-star reviews, and everybody who's come through has said it's the closest thing to like an escape room theme park they've seen yet. Because I mean, you're just so immersed in with 2 hours. Mm-hmm. And so many of our clientele are coming from New York, from Philly. That they are appreciating that they're spending more time in the game than they did in the car getting to us.
Right. Well, I mean, Poconos is pretty centralized for New York, New Jersey. You can get there pretty quickly anyway.
Yep.
So.
Yeah, and people come out for the weekend or whatever, and we're a good extra activity to do.
Oh, wow. How long have you guys been doing this?
Oh, God. 2010 was when we started making Find Me. 2011 was when it released, and we officially opened Trapdoor in 15.
Oh, and what I love about you guys is you're always doing something different than escape rooms. I mean, you do escape rooms and you do it well, but you have like a streaming thing going on. Now you have like a theme park type escape room event. So it's
a musical is on the way.
A musical is on the way, which I believe has some like circus elements.
Yes, The Greatest Freak Show, a 2-hour musical that's coming to Morristown, about the same size as the Zombie Apocalypse game in the Poconos that we have. And Freak Show basically has you audition as performers, so you will have to get on stage and perform to my liking.
Wow. So in order to get to the next level or open the next, you have to go through this process.
You have to, the biggest thing is you have to immerse yourself.
Yeah.
If you're not willing to break down that barrier and get in the story, you're not going to have a good time with any of these things.
Right.
So we like to try to find a way to kind of really push you.
To make the player a character in the story.
Right.
Yeah,
not
like,
just
get
someone,
you involved in
right.
Anyone sees like the trailer for Cure Z, you see like right in the trailer they're putting on the SWAT gear and all that stuff. Like we right off the bat we're trying to push you into the story.
Yeah.
Freak Show, it's the same thing. Like you could pick out the giant clown shoes or rubber chickens, and like you got to get go do some juggling, whatever. You got to get out up on that stage and you got to perform, and then you'll be able to join the troupe of the other oddities, meet the other oddities.
Right.
So if you've played with us, you kind of know we like our projections and our video content.
Right.
So through means of that on stage, you'll meet the other oddities and then play through the rest and uncover the mystery of what's going on in the Freak Show.
Hi guys, so here's our 5 key question segment again, and we're here today with Anthony and Frank, and we'll see who gets the answer to the question quickly. Or quicker. Alright, here we go. So the first question is, what's your favorite food?
Ooh.
Category.
Lobster.
Pasta.
Nice. What is your favorite room ever played? Location or room name would be okay. And also say your own.
Every time I go into Witch Hunt, and when it's fully on, I'm like, I actually feel bad that I never got a chance to play this because I wrote it, I can't play it. But when I see that, it's just like, this is awesome. I still think that every time I go in there. It's like 2 years old now.
Okay, this is going to be weird because it's not a physical one, but find me on the boat.
That was the one that we did in...
That was a live streaming
2012?
event in 2011, and it's an actor on a boat, and you guide him through all the puzzles to send rescue and find out his location.
Interesting.
And it was live streamed to about, in total, like 7,000 people.
Wow.
And they watched for like 6 hours before they figured out the GPS coordinates of where he was and sent rescue, and it was just... it's still to this day, I think, my favorite experience.
It was a little ahead of its time. The technology wasn't quite there yet, streaming technology, but that's
there
why.
was none yet.
But that's why we're bringing back the streaming again.
That's awesome.
Streaming because we know we can do it.
Yeah. And then, what about your favorite vacation spot?
Paris.
I thought you were gonna say Disney with the kids now, but.
But you haven't been there with the kid yet.
No, we were there last year.
Sorry, yeah. But I really enjoyed London.
London.
Yeah.
Okay. So have you guys tried like escape rooms there, or like where your location?
No. No, we were
went
busy.
before
my daughter's
we
middle
went,
name is Paris, so we were a little busy.
Nice. Okay, and what about just in terms of? Wait, hold on. I'm getting out of this. Wait, that's okay. Okay. Something that we don't know about you guys. Something unique. We have owners who said, I play piano on the side, guitars. Cool, interesting.
I don't know of anything that's not pretty well known already. Like a secret talent or something. But I did go to film school for screenwriting, so that's why I'm part of this.
Right.
Because trying to get into the stories of escape rooms, that definitely helps. I'm Batman.
No, I'd say something a lot of our players and people don't know is actually I've taken time off since my daughter, but I'm an athletic addict, rock climbing, CrossFit trainer. Just went nuts in a gymnastics place the other morning. I love climbing and all kinds of stuff.
Nice. The last question, your favorite movie?
It kind of varies between, it's either Star Wars or Return of the King.
The Uninvited from the 1930s with Ray Milland. One of my all-time favorite ghost stories.
Check them out. Thank you.
And we have like a full cast of characters that come in and out over the course of the game in projections and video. But they also have their own musical numbers. They have their own show act, and you really get to know them as not just as part of the game, but as characters.
As you go on, you'll be introduced to more and more throughout the game.
Yeah. This is almost like you could almost tell that from the start of the development of this project till now. I went through the transition of becoming a dad, so I've been watching nothing more than Disney musicals, and this is kind of, you could almost feel the Disney music aspect to this. Where every character has their song and has their moment, so it takes you right through the whole story.
Wow. And it sounds like, who does most of the building? Like the actual constructing and
Well, we have a few people.
I'd say at this point, there's very much a big team effort to all of these.
Okay.
We develop everything. He's usually a little more focused on the actual story elements. I'm a little more focused on the actual puzzle content.
Got it.
But then we have Mike, who's our head of production, who's been with us since, almost as long as we've been doing this.
Yeah.
And then as of about literally our 1-year anniversary of working with Chris just passed when he did the Bat Box for Bogeyman. And he's doing all of our mechanical, electrical engineering work. We have a team that works with 3D printing and laser cutting and CNC work. And we just brought in another person who's working with us who is a very specialized set designer. And
oh, wow.
So yeah, it's a very, it's a machine now.
Right.
It used to just be us, and
we're really trying to figure out how to make it bigger and better. So you would have to bring in
with multiple locations now, and just organizing and managing those is a task on its own. Yeah. So getting these things developed is a lot harder.
And we're always learning new things ourselves, but there's only so much we can do with the time that we have.
Right. And one thing, so the main reason why we created our channel is so that we can provide a little insight to our viewers on the creativity that goes on behind these rooms, where it's how it starts, and then you implement the puzzles, and then the storyline and all that, just to carry through to the final
viewers
product.
Don't have that kind of time.
Well, we try to at least let them know what is out there and why you do it, the passion that goes on behind it, and just process. And it's always interesting because you have a concept, you take that, and then the steps that goes along the way to try to make it happen is very interesting. So in terms of like this area, like in Red Bank, I'm pretty familiar with like South Jersey, but not so much Red Bank. What is there to do around here that you guys can recommend if they came for a day to,
What isn't there? Red Bank, one of the reasons it gets passed up in those conversations a lot is because even though it's considered a Jersey Shore town, it's not. It's not an oceanfront town. There's no beach. It's a riverfront town.
Okay.
Navesink River is gorgeous. Any of the hotels that people stay at, Oyster Point, Molly Pitcher, they all have astounding views at the actual river. And there's a few waterfront restaurants like, was that 26 West on the Navesink or 24?
I think 26.
26.
Yeah.
Great seafood, mixed drinks. We love the rooftop, bar at Teak across the street from us. So there's endless amounts of options for food.
Oh yeah,
maybe a little
seafood.
too much sushi.
Seafood
Even though I love
lovers.
sushi, but
lots of great places.
Lots and lots of great places to eat. Lots of great places to drink. There's just a million things to do. We found this town in the first place by us actually going through on a festival, and fell in love with the town. Started looking for a place to lease and found, I don't know if you guys have in your videos to take a shot from, but our door has the giant keyhole.
Yeah, no, we caught that and that was really cool.
This building used to be a locksmith.
Yeah.
Oh, so you didn't really change anything? Well, for that part.
For that part,
we love that. We wouldn't have changed that.
I've actually even put in a request that with the renovation of the buildings in 2020, that door still ends up with a home in the building.
Yeah. Okay. Well, look, thanks for taking the time. We had a great time doing the
Awesome.
Boogeyman. We also, like I said before, we've done F5 and Witch Hunt, and the rooms are really interesting. They definitely are very immersive, and you guys do a
you
great
guys haven't
job.
seen Jersey yet.
No, we got to make a trip to Poconos, and that'll be the next stop.
And if you can't make it, you could always live stream it through a Trapdoor Escape stream.
Right. Okay. Cool. That's one thing that we are going to look into is the live streaming option because I don't think a lot of so far that we know any other escape rooms are really pushing that option. So
That's where we got our start. So we're bringing it back.
that's great. Well, thanks, Frank. I appreciate it, Anthony. We had a
Absolutely.
great time.
Thank you.
Take care, Escape the Rumors.
Hi everyone, we're here in Long Branch, New Jersey today, and we're trying to escape the puzzle room. We're gonna do 2 rooms here today. One is called the Swamp, and the other one is called Carnival. They're actually very cool in terms of where they're located. They have their own build right here. It's a garage right behind the house, and then the escape room itself is just looks like it's in a private home. So follow us in.
Hey, Escape the Rumors, Brandon here. I am with Gabriel and Tina from Escape the Puzzle Room, and we are in Long Branch, New Jersey. We just did 2 of their rooms, which is Swamp and the Tower, and they were so amazing. We had so much fun in them. And they have a lot more. We just didn't have enough time to run through all of them. Exactly how many do you have currently now available?
I have 5 rooms that are up and running, and I'm working on room 6.
Oh, wow. And you have room for more than 6?
Correct.
Okay, so for now, you have 5, 6 is on the way,
Correct.
and then there's more.
We're good for
Yes.
at least maybe 2, maybe even 3 more. It was a total of like 9.
Okay. Well, I mean, you're not here, so you don't know, but this is a huge house.
Right.
Like,
Yeah, it goes on and on.
It goes on and on. We are currently in the basement, which is the party room, and it can accommodate how many people? It looks pretty spacious.
We have seating for 28,
Okay.
and if we do corporate, they a lot of times do cocktails, so they don't actually really need the seating, so they can do more. If they're big teams, sometimes they do the whole house,
Right.
and then they just meet here afterwards.
Or they could swap out, right? They could do the room, switch, and then come back.
Yep.
Wow, that's really cool. Corporate events here. So the 2 rooms that we did, Swamp and the Tower, we had so much fun in them. We wanted to know a little bit more about the creativity, the inspiration. Where does that come from when you develop these rooms?
Let's see. So Swamp, I was really attracted to just that whole front area, that cabin in the swamp, and the voodoo theme. There was just a lot of things that you could play with there and have fun with. And the tower was actually very much inspired by the story that goes with it.
Okay.
Yeah, so I really enjoyed that story and leading players to figure out what that story is ultimately at the end.
All right. We got that. We had that feeling
Yes,
when we walked
you
in
got
as
that.
well.
You see meet Quasimodo?
Yes, we did see Quasimodo.
He said nice things about you.
They don't need to know about Quasimodo.
He'll be there. He'll say hi. Yeah.
Well, we had a great time in both of those rooms, and I'm sure there's a bar that's set for the other ones as well that you have here. Which is the first room?
Speakeasy was my first room.
Okay.
Yeah, so that was my baby. And I remember when we opened the room for beta testing. It was like sending your child to kindergarten for the first time. I was so nervous. But the players had fun. They, and as we do always with beta testing, you're tweaking stuff. You're seeing, oh, well, that maybe didn't work as well as I would have liked. That one worked brilliantly. So Speakeasy went off pretty well. There wasn't a lot of changes that were made.
Okay.
Actually, it's funny you should say Tower. There was actually a lot of changes that were made in the sense that there was there was actually more material in there that we streamlined it down a little bit. So each room is different. You know, I think in my head when I'm building, I'm like, oh, this would be really fun to do. So I build it, and then they're like, oh, well, wait, and then I can make them do this. And then, once you do that, then you got to take all that stuff and go over there.
See?
So it really just one thing leads to another often. You know, it starts out with one little puzzle that I try and tweak, and then it inspires me like, oh, and that would work well with this.
Right. And in terms of, so it sounds like you come up with the concepts and then the designs, and then you actually get your hands dirty and build, which is
She makes
incredible.
prototypes, and then we destroy them, and then we fix them, and then come up with the solution that works perfectly.
Oh, it's great. See, that's what I'm saying. Like, a lot of times we don't know about this stuff. That's why we like to interview and get to know more about what goes on. We call them behind the walls, behind the rooms.
Right.
And it's very interesting because I feel like there's so much creativity back there that people don't realize how much work is put into it, how much development and all that stuff. And the process is just very inspiring.
Right.
It's also whether it's linear or, you know, multiple glue pads. Those are always important to know.
Right. And when did you open?
About 2 years ago.
Yep.
2 years.
A little under
Okay.
2 years ago, yeah.
All right. Well, and
Okay, here's our segment again for 5 key questions. We're going to ask Tina and Gabriel 5 questions really quickly, and they have to answer right away. So our first question,
Okay, good. All right, we can do this.
Okay,
All right.
is going to be, what is your favorite food?
Pasta.
I like salami.
And what about your favorite vacation spot?
Paris.
Oh.
Took that one from you?
No, I was actually going to say like Jamaica, because right now I could really use some Jamaica.
Oh, yeah.
But I could definitely use Paris.
She was born in Germany. I was born in Hungary, so Europe is a nice
All right, I'm
background
going to go
for
with
us to
him.
play.
Paris. Paris. We're going with
Yeah,
Paris.
we're going to go Paris. And
Yeah.
we also have a prenuptial agreement. No, very, very important. It's 2 lines. It's been checked out by the best lawyers in town. You may want to use this. It's only 2 lines. Line 1 is what's hers is hers and what's mine is hers. That takes care of the property settlement. And the second part is if she ever leaves me, I'm going with her. Ironclad, cannot break this prenup.
Oh my God.
I'm sorry, go ahead. You were saying?
Awesome. The third question we have is any of the escape rooms that you guys have ever tried, what was your favorite one?
Ours.
You can say yours, yeah.
Yeah. Aside from ours, only just to be fair, we did exit escape in New York City. They're very high tech, all the bells and whistles, but really, really fun. I think that was we
Subway?
we played 3 of their games, and then we did the subway, and then we did the mission, which was like a spy CIA thing, and I was thinking to myself, another spy CIA thing, and it was awesome.
Yeah,
it was awesome.
We did that one.
We rarely get out because we
Yeah.
don't communicate. We're married.
We don't get out. You know, we don't. But it doesn't matter. We go to play. We go to enjoy ourselves, be surprised, and just play for an hour.
That's the best part about it, being like really, enjoying it, having fun.
Right.
So
Exactly.
And the fourth question we have is, what would you say something that people don't really know about you guys? Some interesting fact.
Well, we are.
We are extremely good professional ballroom dance instructors.
Wow.
That's what we did for 25 years. We still teach dance.
We're gonna have to have Brandon, the hip hop dancer, come and
We don't
show
do
some
hip hop. We
moves
do
with you guys.
ballroom.
We do ballroom and
Yeah, we're
Latin.
gonna
Anything
have
that
to,
touches your partner.
intertwine a bit there.
Right. Well, see, we don't dance solo. Hip hop dancers dance solo.
Yes.
We always dance with partners.
It's the only time she lets me lead.
Yeah, that is true. No.
Do you guys like to dance with each other, or you also switch out partner or something?
Well, teaching-wise, there's different ways to go. You can either be teaching a couple.
Right.
So let's say, for instance, we have a lot of couples that come for wedding dance lessons, and then for couples that come to learn to do something together, so that they want to do something with their time rather than just going out to a bar or what have you. They want a skill that they can take with them wherever they go.
Right.
Then you have also situations where, like, I have guy students, he has girl students, so we're one-on-one with...
No jealousy there, though.
No.
No. You know, dancers swing both ways.
No.
Yeah.
No, meaning I can do both parts.
Yes.
Oh, get your mind out of there. She's losing control of this interview. I'm sorry, you were saying?
All right, final question. What is your favorite movie? Something that might have inspired maybe a room build or, something.
Actually, that's interesting because she wanted to start with the speakeasy started out as Casablanca, but then we were worried about it being property and,
Right, the
Intellectual
copyright.
property.
yeah, copyright.
Yeah.
So that's why it kind of died. Then it became Rick's Cafe, and then it just became the speakeasy. But that was the motivation.
Yeah, that was definitely the motivation for going, picking Speakeasy as the first one
Right.
that we did.
Got it.
Yeah.
And then I think I just see a
Bonus
new
question?
room. Yeah,
Okay.
there's going to be a bonus question, but new room wise.
About my mustache? I came in third in the United States in 2015 in the U.S.
You
Mustache Championships, and I came in third in the Hungarian division, and I was born in Hungary.
Wow.
You
So
can't
it was
make this
definitely
stuff
a
up.
bonus.
It was.
I
It
wore
was.
the medal for a month, and then she said, Ixnay with the medal. I had it in my pocket, and I'd go around saying, hey, have you seen my medal? She thought it was a little creepy, so now I just have...
No,
What, you think
I was
that's
like,
creepy?
no. I was like,
Hey, have you
no.
seen my medal? You think that's creepy? Okay, fine. Well, now I just have the pictures on my camera.
Right.
Now I see how you got her. That's
Oh, yeah.
Definitely not going into the video part.
We're
right
not going
away.
to do it.
the last question I had was mainly because I saw that you are building a new room upstairs. What kind of theme would that be?
It's a steampunk theme. I'm very attracted to it visually. I like the color. I like the whole Jules Verne, 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea, the time machine. That aspect of it is what attracted me to it. So that's the route I'm going, and I'm going to tell you right now, it's much more difficult to do steampunk than I thought. So it's taking a little bit longer, but it's getting there.
Okay.
It's a lot of detail. It's a lot of small things to make up a big picture.
Right.
So,
Sometime this year, though.
oh yeah,
Okay.
yeah, like
Oh, we're talking about
Maybe-
weeks.
Oh,
6 weeks, 8 weeks.
She's
yeah.
a yesterday kind of girl.
Yeah, I mean, I already have the next room. If you're interested, that's going to be Clue. That's going to be based on Clue.
hey,
So it's going to
like the mystery
yes.
solving aspect. Okay.
Yeah. So again, that's something that I think is a lot of fun. I enjoy playing that board game even today. So I thought that would be a real fun thing to do real life.
Right.
And then this area down here is eventually going to be a room as well.
Wow. So for enthusiasts who wants to do like a whole day,
Oh, my.
have like
Fry your
tons of
brain.
rooms
Come on
there.
down.
Yeah.
We love to lock people up.
Yeah.
That's what we're here for. All right. Thank you so much.
Bye.
Currently, we're in Long Branch, New Jersey. In Long Branch, I know we're considered Jersey Shore right now.
Oh, yeah.
Right? What else is there to do besides going to the beach? And is there anything around this town or this area?
Yes.
It's just starting to come back, sort of like Asbury Park. It was, as you saw, this area now is all these old Victorians that are being fixed up, and that's what you got here. This is a huge old Victorian house that was gutted and then redone.
Right.
And so there's now Pier Village about a mile from here that has half a dozen plus restaurants, upscale. There's condos there. And so they're starting to develop this whole area now. So there are things to do. When people come here, and especially corporations, we give them alternatives for dinner. We try to make strategic alliances with some of our businesses in the area to promote each other.
Oh, and also in Pier Village there is a big arcade. So that a lot of times people will if they don't want to head out to the beach if it's too hot, that's a great place to go and hang out.
Right, you
for
can make a whole
while.
day out of just being in an arcade. Absolutely. And I'm pretty familiar also with Jersey Shore, like the Seaside Heights, Point Pleasant, within driving distance. But Long Branch, I feel like, has a lot to offer that most people don't know about. And the fact that you guys are in Long Branch, and you are probably one of the only, if not a very large escape room company in this area.
Right.
You have a lot to offer to the neighborhood and people who want to just come down here for a day.
Right.
So
We get a lot of people that come from New York City, Brooklyn, Staten Island. They come down, they come to visit, and then they come here. Like, some days are too hot or rainy or whatever. You're down here for a week. You want to have stuff to do.
Right.
And for example, the Ocean Place Spa is a very big resort in this area, and we have an alliance with them. They send a lot of their people here.
Oh, very cool. All right, good to know. Well, thank you so much, Tina. Thank
My
you,
pleasure.
Gilbert. We had an awesome time, and we will
I'm so
definitely
glad.
be back.
Pleasure.
You heard it here first. You got to come check out Escape the Puzzle Room in Long Branch, New Jersey. They have so many rooms for you guys to try, so make a trip down here. Take it easy.
Bye.
everyone. We're here today trying Room for Escape in the Hamilton Mall. And we're trying the room apartment Arrr here. So we're really excited. We'll report back and we see this is probably the first one of the escape rooms that we're doing in a mall versus the one that we did in 5 Wits. So check it out.
Hey, Escape the Rumors. Brandon here. I'm with Ali. And how are you doing, Ali?
Very good. How are you?
We are at the Great Escape Room Challenge in Cherry Hill, New Jersey, and we just did the unknown room. First of all, I'm not going to hear the end of it because CC probably is going to have a lot of nightmares. It was a really amazing room. The immersiveness, the design, the puzzles, everything went really well from beginning to end. You have more than just that one room here. How many do you have?
We have the bank heist, the Mayan tomb, which is like an Indiana Jones type of theme.
Okay.
And then we're one of the first ones to have a kid-friendly room called the Slime Factory, where it's just kids, they get to make slime, and then they get their challenge is to get the factory up and running within the hour.
What is the age group for the Slime Factory?
We recommend 4 to 12, but we can squeeze in a 13-year-old, 15-year-old. They really like slime because that's like very popular. So.
Well, that's great. So for the youngins, 4 years and up, definitely welcomes to the parents and the kids to do it together. And so you have 4 total, but you're building more. Then,
yes,
right?
at the moment we have 4 that are ready to go, and then 2 more: the Mission to Mars and Runaway Train. they're scheduled for early next month or the month after.
Oh wow, this year.
Yeah.
So by the end of this year, you're gonna have 6 up and running.
Yes.
Okay. And then one of them is seasonal, I believe.
The unknown one is seasonal. We're gonna change it up to a different room. I'm gonna leave the surprise at the end, but the unknown we're gonna leave it for Halloween time. Then we convert that to Rudolph's Rescue, which is very popular.
Okay.
People are already asking, hey, when's that coming back? Because that's the first room where grandparents, parents, and kids can do it together.
Oh, that's
so it's a
really
very family-friendly room. They loved it, and it was a perfect way to get the holiday spirits up.
And who comes up with the concepts for these?
My brothers and I, we have several ideas that we come together with, and then we have a company that brings it to life.
Okay.
So the ones that didn't make the list at this facility, our next facility will have our other ones.
Oh, well, okay, so that brings me to my next question for the future of
Yes.
your, what do you have up and coming? So you're thinking about another location?
So at the moment we have this facility in Cherry Hill, but we will be expanding to Boca Raton from Florida. We might have similar rooms, but then we can rotate them with neighboring cities when we expand. Because we do plan on franchising and growing. We're trying to set a new trend for escape room experience. We're not competing to make the most impossible room. Our main goal is to make sure the players have fun.
And they experience.
Yes.
Right.
Hi guys, so we're here with Ali. We're going to do our 5 heat question segment, and we're going to let him not have time to think about this. So we're going to fire it up with question number 1. What is your favorite food?
Pizza.
Wow, that was quick. See, what is your favorite vacation spot?
Dubai.
Dubai. Oh my god, I love Dubai. I actually been there. They actually have a lot of good escape rooms there.
I have not. I went there in July. I did not get a chance to see that. But
Oh, because I know they have a scary one that.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that you have to check it out. Yeah. And what about your favorite escape room played since now? Like, 'cause I know you do a
Oh
lot.
wow. I would say our unknown is pretty awesome. Yeah.
Self promotion always, recommended. What about in terms of the something that people don't know about you, like an interesting fact?
I have a pharmacy tech license which I never used.
Hey,
Yes.
pharmacy tech license. Just in case if there's anything that happens in there. No. And our last question is your favorite movie? Maybe something that inspired you with these rooms.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Nothing to do with this escape room, but I like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
There are a ton of factors. Pizza.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Pizza,
Yes.
Okay, sounds great. Thank you so much
No
again.
problem.
Thanks.
Take care. So we're opening up another location in Boca Raton. We're going to have similar rooms, but eventually we're going to be rotating them with neighboring cities after we expand. Because we do plan on franchising. We're trying to set a new trend for escape room experience and players because we're not trying to compete for the most impossible room. We want our players to have the most fun. Like they're going to go out seeing other escape rooms, and it's good for other competitors as well. If they like our escape room, they're going to go other places.
Right.
So that's what it comes down to.
And this is the only location you have right now?
At the moment, yes.
So when did you open this location?
About 5 months ago.
In 5 months you opened 4 rooms?
Yes.
Wow.
And I'll show you pictures of our other rooms that are in progress.
Cool.
They are a little behind, but because the progress is going to be so awesome, it's worth the wait.
Right.
So we're not like, hey, it's fine. Just make it as best as possible because the experience we have in this room, you'll actually feel like you're in a mine too. In the Bangkok, you'll feel like, even our videos that we have the storylines. They're like high production videos. They're not like, like your basic storyline where here's your room, here's your timer, here's your storyline, have fun. Mm-hmm. You guys shouldn't see the videos yet.
Right. Well, we kind of get the idea. I mean, you start your starting point, give you your intro, your debrief, but you're actually in that
Yes.
room to start.
Yep.
Which is we appreciate that. We've seen that at another place, and it got us immersed right from the beginning. Mm-hmm. So in this location, which is a great area, what is there to do around here? I mean, I see like food and shopping.
There's a Chopper's Hatchet House right across the street.
Oh.
Then the same parking lot actually. That gives them business from us. The people that play escape room, hey, what do we do next? Hey, go down there.
We're trying to talk about it.
Pizzeria across the street. We give them a lot of business. They love it. On Saturday, I believe they have extra staff just because they're making so many deliveries here. We're hosting a good 10 to 15 birthday parties every weekend.
Wow.
We've hosted a lot of corporate companies, Gerber. We've hosted Top Golf, the whole corporate team that came
that's
out.
a big one, yeah.
We've hosted Nordstrom, a whole bunch of local CPAs.
How do you do your marketing for that to get?
The word just spreads, honestly. And when they see our room, like they just like mind blown because their typical escape room experience. They walk in, it's just one small lobby, and here's your room. They walk in here, instead of a regular banner, they can take pictures in front of our 3D facades.
Right, and it's massive.
Yeah.
You walk in the lobby area is huge.
Yeah, we're looking for industrial-sized places to rent out. We're not going to be doing like small retail spaces. We want that big, the whole layout. This way we can, accommodate larger groups and give them that actual fun experience that they need.
Right. And for those who don't know, Cherry Hill is kind of like right in between Philly and Jersey. You're very close to both. So, I mean, well, you're in Jersey, but for most part of New Jersey.
Yeah, so we get a lot of Philadelphia customers as well.
All right. So back to Unknown, like we really appreciated the room. We thought the concept, the immersive link was amazing, particularly for that room. How did that all come about?
We've played other scary escape rooms. It just didn't give us that factor that we needed to, that jump scare or anything like that. Mm-hmm. They had good storylines and everything, but it was just, we thought, hey, because our mind and our bank became so good, let's add our own touch to the scary one. Mm-hmm. We did that. We modified a few things, and the turnout was just amazing. People get scared, which is good, but at the same time, we're keeping the whole escape room factor built into it. But they forget that they're in an escape room because they're so terrified of the actual game.
Right. So you do actually play a lot of these rooms, so you kind of have an idea of where you want to elevate it to.
Yes, my brothers and I, we played a lot of escape rooms throughout the whole country, and we like a lot of things, we didn't like a lot of things, so we nitpicked at everything and then made sure that our facility comes out, on the top, basically.
We look forward to the future of what you guys are offering,
Awesome.
the other location, the other 2 rooms that you're going to open this year, and we will definitely be back to check those out.
Awesome, yeah, I can't wait.
You heard it first. Come check them out in Cherry Hill, New Jersey, and you will not be disappointed. Thanks again.
Take care, guys.
Take care, guys.